Hello and Happy New Year. Welcome back to Your Magazine panel discussions. My name is Samantha Roxon and I am the editor-in-chief of Your Magazine. And on today's panel discussion, we are going to be looking at AfroGlobal men. Bold or not? So that's the question today. We have an article on Your Magazine called The AfroGlobal Bold Man, attractive with a question mark. So that's what our panel discussion is going to be based on today. So recent research has shown that men without hair or bald men are perceived to be sexier. And this is because they're perceived to be more intelligent, more successful, and more dominant. And explore this in a little bit more detail. So we really hope that you enjoy today's panel discussion, and please come back to us on your thoughts and ideas. Enjoy.
Hello, welcome in AfroGlobal Talks, and we're here with Patrick Phipps, maverick in different aspects, author, motivational talker, mentor, all-round Superman, father, great guy. But today we're going to be talking to him about sexiness. So, is the AfroGlobal man sexy? Hair or without hair? What do you think, ladies? We've got Patrick here. We're going to discuss with him about his general sexiness, really. So, Pat, are you sexy?
I look in the mirror sometimes. I'll say, wow, Pat, you look sexy. I feel strong.
Look amazing for 50.
Yeah, I'll just try and do my thing. Yeah. So, yeah. Am I sexy? Yeah.
He's got his missus down there, like nodding her head, and
there you go.
He's reluctantly agreeing.
According to Pat, the AfroGlobal man is sexy. But is it dependent upon hair? How have you felt, with hair and losing hair? How do you feel? Does it take away from your sexiness? Has it enhanced your sexiness?
It's take on tomorrow, I say. As long as you look after yourself, as long as you groom your hair properly. Yeah, I've got one guy that couldn't get no girls, and I said to him, grow your beard. I'm not saying his name.
Okay.
I said, grow your beard. He grew his beard. Wow.
Good advice, bare girls. A lot of girls.
It's over.
Really?
Sorry if his wife, but it's over.
Oh, he's married.
So hold on.
Because when you find bald men, their whole body is usually area.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But it's about how you take care of yourself. It's about screening your skin. It's about, I only use black soap, doo-doo soap, and shea butter on my skin. Do you know what I mean? I need to stay fresh. I need to be fresh at all times. I need my wife to look at me. I said before, I want my wife to look at me and still fancy me.
So when you knew yourself, you appreciated when you became more of yourself,
yeah, when I
you
became
appreciated
myself,
your hair more.
I appreciated my crown.
So how does it feel knowing yourself more now
and not
having no crown? Yeah.
Because the crown was just the start of it. Yeah. Now the crown will be taken off. My crown isn't here.
So what is it? So what is it about the hair that makes it a crown?
There's nothing. There's no one like. No one's got hair like it.
Okay. Right now we're talking about AfroGlobal men, but do you think this is the case with all men, not just AfroGlobal, not just black men or Nubian men?
I'm talking about Nubian men that's got this kind of hair. No one else got this hair. It's your crown, and when you lose your crown is already growing inside here.
So you don't become less than. You gain when you lose hair. You gain hair.
You gain hair.
That lost your hair. Do you think other people's perceptions of you? Do you think people have treated you differently?
No.
Do you think you
I'm
haven't been treated any differently?
I feel stronger.
Do you think women have been different around you? Do you feel that they're...
Yeah, of course.
In what way?
The women, they try and talk to me more and stuff like that.
What with now?
Since you've lost the hair.
And
so that's the science. Kind of proving, that's kind of proving that it is the case. So you think the science is right? You think that science is right that bald men are more attractive? Because in a way you're saying that that's the case.
Depends on the age. It depends on the age. Like to older women, bald men are more attractive. To young women, they're not. To young women, they want a man with a hairline. To an older woman, they're like, they don't care. Like, the bald is sexy, or
so the appreciation comes on
as age.
Right. Okay. So on that, what do you think of men weaves? Because I know that
I think men weaves are good.
You think they're good?
I think they're really good. I think it's about time us men start doing to you black women what you've been doing to us for years.
What length though?
No, because we don't do man weave that makes us look like Justin Bieber. We do man weave that makes us look like
That's
us.
what I mean, you know, because you talk about black women, obviously, you know, some lengths are carpet length and some lengths are very, very short. I'm saying if the men are going to go in, you know, the AfroGlobal man's going to go in that direction, hopefully it's up to a certain length and not
Yeah, but
really
it is
following
so
the
certain
limit.
length. You don't see men with man weave that's unless you've got a dreads.
Oh, right, okay. They do dread man weave as well.
Yeah.
And you've worn man weave.
I've never worn man weave, but I'm gonna go and learn it, and I'm gonna do it on men.
Would you do it on yourself?
No,
Why?
because I have to take it off, and I'm gonna see what I look like underneath. Then it comes off. Just like hair enhancements. You know, you do hair enhancements. You go out to rave, go in the shower, it's gone. You look at yourself in the mirror, and go, I thought it was mine. It's not.
So you wouldn't do it?
No.
No.
I'd like to try it.
But you think it's okay to do?
Yeah, I think
It'll be therapeutic in terms of, you know, the AfroGlobal man as a way out. If you've lost your hair, do you think having a man weave could be
Yes, of
a
course.
transition between the shock of losing your hair and, you know, perhaps like it could be therapeutic?
It's not even therapeutic. It makes you. Some men feel more of a man when they've got hair. Yeah, I feel more of a man when I ain't got no hair. Cause you see, when I take this hair off and I look at you with one eyebrow and up like that, you're gonna get scared. It's simple.
I'm scared of you.
Yeah. So I'm like, some men want hair, and I'm saying that man weave is not a bad thing because all they're doing is enhancing their own natural beauty. That's all they're doing. And why not?
The science is that men with no hair, like you've attested to, are a lot more attractive. And not only that, the once you've lost your hair, your beard grows.
Yeah. So back onto the beard.
The
beard
Beard
is
is the
trending
in
right
thing.
But before, you still see black men, yeah, African men, yeah, right, with, or not more African men, because more West Indian men, they grow their beard. But you see black men, African men with no beard and no hair. I'm saying to them, just grow your beard. Just grow it. Just give me 2 weeks to groom your beard and see what I've got in it. I'll guarantee you will never cut your beard again. They grow their beard and it's over.
So you were saying earlier on that
Beard
that the beards get patchy. Sometimes it can grow
Sometimes
patchy.
you've got stress and then you've got stress patches. Sometimes your hair is brown, so you can see the skin underneath. Yeah, so you need to bring it out and make it more flourish and strengthen it more. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's unkept. Do you know what I mean? Some men they're unkept, so they're naturally unkept. Do you know what I mean?
And you've got products, there's so much products out there. I know
There's
that you've
so
got a
much
product
products, yeah.
that helps
Yeah.
with the
I branded my beard serum last year. It's doing really, really well. Beard serum by Patrick Phipps. This is about to go real big. I went to LA and it sold out in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, I sold out under 50 units of it already. Right in about a month.
What's it made of?
It's all natural. You got almond oil, bergamot oil, avocado oil, castor oil, and a couple of other stuff in
Hair
there.
growing ingredients.
Yeah, so it's all air growing ingredients and no chemicals in this whatsoever. Got a little bit of hair there because sometimes your hair follicles aren't fully closed. You can put that on your hair follicles to nourish it.
We might not necessarily have the same relationship as the Western or the European community does with their hair. You know, so I wanted to talk to Patrick, somebody who's experienced with hair, and find out more in depth about, you know, what it means to have hair. So, do you think the AfroGlobal man perceives himself the same way, both physically and spiritually, as the European man? What's the difference? Because we have rituals and culture from where we come from.
I think that the AfroGlobal man, they do see themselves as within the European community as a European man because they've lost.
Really?
They've lost themselves.
AfroGlobal man has become
I don't think
too global to be Afro.
That's right. Yeah,
That's interesting, isn't
it
it?
is. But the thing you have to realise now, yeah, is that a lot of people are coming back into the AfroGlobal man.
Okay, brilliant.
Yes,
Right?
that's what we want to hear.
Yeah, a lot of people are coming back big time. Like it's so fast. I can't really keep up. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
And you know, that's what the AfroGlobal movement is all about. I like to say, originally, where are you from?
My parents are from Jamaica.
Heritage.
So originally, Patrick's from the West Indies, from Jamaica. AfroGlobal is all about connecting us as continental Africans to those in the diaspora.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question.
Go on.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay.
Your husband's got locks, right?
He has, yeah.
Say you started going bald, would you like it still?
That's a really interesting question, but bearing in mind, when I met him, he had no hair.
You look a bit shocked at the question. What about you, Sam?
I've got no. For me, anyway, I think with men, it's more about confidence. So if a man is confident, he can have hair, have no hair. For me, if a man's confident, that's what makes him attractive.
Touched on this earlier. I think if you've known somebody for a while and you've gotten used to an image, I think in any case, when they start looking other than, does that make any sense? And I know it's just hair, but it does kind of.
Man leave, right? It's black men putting hair on their head that looks like their hair.
That looks like their hair.
It's enhancing their own hair. It's enhancing their own beauty.
Okay.
You're wearing weaves.
Yeah.
You put weave onto your head.
Right.
Yeah. That looks like European.
Very, very, very interesting discussion. We are going to go into it. We are going to get into that on another. Right. There's a lot to say, and I don't want to start that conversation.
Don't worry.
On here. No, that conversation's not going to be in the. It's
going to be way.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So we're actually going to see Mr. and Mrs. Phipps together, and we're going to find out from Mrs. Phipps herself what she thinks about guys. Hi. So thank you so much, Mrs. Phipps, for agreeing to come along and just talk about your experience with Patrick and his transitioning from having hair and not having hair. So firstly, Gloria, tell us, what are your thoughts? I mean, do you prefer Patrick with hair or without hair?
Tell the truth.
I'll be honest and say maybe if he was younger, then maybe not, because we grew up with all the hairstyles, the jerry curls and all the styles that you had. But times have changed and we've got older, and I think it's the right time for men of a certain age to go bald. It's not a problem. I think it suits them more than sometimes having hair. But yeah.
So do you think he's changed in any way, like since he's lost his, I mean, when did he start to lose his hair, and did you see any changes during that time?
It was a hard time, I ain't gonna lie. It was a hard time for him, more so obviously, because he gorgeous hair, full head of hair, and then slowly, it was, in a way, it was a kind of a shock, I suppose, because we never thought that he would lose his hair, because he had so much hair. I wish I had pictures to show you. You had a gorgeous head of hair, and I was always styling his hair all the way down to his back, cane rows and everything. We did everything, and it was almost like going through it's like somebody died when it started happening. It was hard. It was like a death. It was literally like a death. Nobody talked about it. You didn't want to say anything, and he didn't. I have to be honest and say he didn't cope too well. The decision to shave it all off was a hard one. It was a long and hard journey to shave it all off. It was a case of, you just got to let it go. Easy for me to say, but I know it was hard for him. Very hard. Like I said, it was like a death. I could almost cry about it, thinking about it.
You guys are together here now. Would you say what she's saying is true? That you did find it hard? Did you find it hard when it was losing your hair?
I'm not sad that I'm bald because I look good bald. I look good with hair. I look good bald. But it's the maintenance. And a black man putting a razor to his head every single day or every other day. Do you mean you cut your hair down short, and then before you know it, the sides are growing out, and then you can see a little bald patch through the middle? It's not nice, man. It's not losing. A man losing his hair, I don't care what anybody says. I can say it. Right, I don't care. A man losing his hair is like women losing their breasts.
Really?
I'm telling you, that's the same.
It's that
feeling.
deep.
It's that deep.
Wow.
It is that.
I can say vouch for that because of what we.
It is that deep.
Like losing a limb.
It's you know what? Yeah, it's a birthday party, blah blah blah. Bam, my haircut. Do you mean? So I'm gonna have to go back to the shop and get my haircut. Do you mean? Or you might go out and someone might say, yeah, come to the rave. Don't worry, you can wear caps, you can wear trainers. You get to the door, no caps. What do you do if you have a haircut?
So basically, having no hair is not necessarily. The problem is not having no hair. The problem is the maintenance of it.
The problem for me, the problem is because some guys, man, they when they shave their hair, they look like a Malteser. But my wife's always told me that I've got a beautiful head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got a good shaped hair. She said no. At first, it's the no hair.
At first is the no hair.
It's that at first you're losing your hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
At first you're losing your hair, but after it settles in,
Yeah.
after it settles in, it's not about me. Me personally, it's not about me lost my hair. It's
Right.
about me having to maintain my hair.
Right.
And I have to just put a razor blade in my head, razor my head every time, all the time,
Right.
constantly. That's why sometimes I wear a cap and I will not cut my hair for about a week or sometimes 2 weeks. I don't want to keep putting that blade on my head. You see what I'm saying? So it's a horrible feeling. It's horrible.
So the title of the article is "The Bold AfroGlobal Man, Sexy or Not, Attractive or Not," right? So you're saying that your husband is more attractive now than before. Are you just
No,
saying that
lying.
because
She's
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Don't listen. She's lying.
Excuse me.
There's certain times that I enhance my hair because I like to enhance. I can make a man look like he's got hair. When a man bald, I can make him look like he's got hair.
Yeah.
Right? And a couple of times I've done it, and I come on, and she's like, "Oh." I'm like, and I was like, "Oh, you like that?"
Around.
No, baby.
Yeah, I am.
No, I will say personally that my wife would wish I had hair, but she can cope with me not having hair. So
is that true?
Yeah. Yes.
Say, I mean, they say it's because obviously being bald is linked with dominance. Because obviously aging is linked with success, and obviously women tend to date successful men or more attractive to successful men. So that's why they say that's part of the reason why science says that women find bald men attractive.
And that's the main thing. From the time my wife starts going, then it's worrying. So as long as she says, I'm good.
You're good.
And I do.
Thank you both very, 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 very much. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
So what did you think? That was interesting, right? Has your opinion changed? You've got to let us know. Email us, inbox us. Just get in touch and let us know what you think about the bold AfroGlobal man. So Patrick Phipps is, like I said, very, very, very well accomplished, and he's going to be joining us on future panel discussions to give his opinion on various topics. So stay with us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also like our social media. We are Your Mag AfroGlobal. And stay in touch. Keep reading our articles and just keep joining us.